Well, good morning, friends. It's Crazy Cheap Chick. I'm back from the store. I had to spend a little bit more on groceries this week because I'm having company this week. My husband's sister and her husband are coming to stay for 3 or 4 days, and I'm going to cook a little bit for them. We're going to eat out a couple of times because that's what old people do for entertainment, and I'm looking forward to it. So let me show you what I bought and what I plan on making. Now, for those of you who love Aldi's, I went to Aldi's this week. I could find hardly any bargains at Dillon's, so I thought, I'm driving on to Aldi's and get most of my fruits and vegetables there. So that's what I did. So I went to 2 grocery stores. I'll show you both in just a minute. I spent $65.11 pre-tax. Let me show you what I got. I always start with the full price things. These onions were $2.99. This lettuce, which they only had like 3 packages and they were all really small, was $2.99, but I really need romaine lettuce for a Caesar salad. $4.79 for this Tetley tea. I usually wait until it goes on sale before I buy it, but it hasn't been on sale in a while, so I had to go ahead and pay full price. Everything else was sale or clearance. Well, no, this yogurt was full price. It was $2.19, kind of back to the yogurt and fruit. And I think this might have been full price too. $1.89 for biscuits. This was definitely on sale though. They had this Bob Evans sausage for $3.50 a package. These buns were on sale for $2.49. Plus I had a coupon for $1 off. So really, they were $1.49, I think. Potatoes were $1.99 on sale. And this peanut butter, you could buy up to 5. It was $1.49. It always used to be on sale for 99 cents, but now about the lowest it gets is $1.49. This is the clearance stuff. This butter chicken. It was marked down to $2.30. Now, I know how to make butter chicken sauce, but it takes time, and I don't even know if I could buy the ingredients for $2.30. These jumbo shells were $1.48. They were normally $3.29. So I went ahead and got 4. This is probably my best deal. They had these aluminum cups, which are reusable. And 10 cups, they were $1.57. And then I got quite a bit of meat. I got this steak for $7.38. It had been $14.06. And I got this roast for $15.04. It had been $23.52. This hamburger was $3.87, and I think this Laura's hamburger, I mean, Laura there, she's really proud of her hamburger. I think it's normally $5.99. It's really high. Might even be $6.99. It's like the most expensive of the hamburgers. And then these chuck and brisket beef patties for $5.38. So that's what I got for my $65. Now, I'm going to have to go to Aldi's because I was disappointed at the lack of deals at Dillon's today. And I have company coming tomorrow. And I know tomorrow I'm making a lasagna. But I still need to get the bread and some stuff to go with it. Also, obviously, this week we can have hamburgers. This is for the lasagna. I can cut this in half and have 2 steaks for John Wayne and I with a baked potato. I always like having a roast in the freezer. Like last week when I was in that class and I was just exhausted. I couldn't cook when I got home. It was so nice to just put a roast in the crock pot before you leave and then have, you know, dinner ready by the time you arrive home. So I don't know that we'll have roast this week because we just had it last week. This will probably go in the freezer. And I have chicken, so we could definitely have butter chicken. I also have rice. So that's a few things, few ideas. Also, John Wayne. I actually got the sausage and biscuits. So when we have our company, John Wayne, he's the cook. He's the breakfast cook because I don't like to cook breakfast. Thought we could have sausage and biscuits one day. And I probably need to get some bacon because we'll probably have bacon and eggs and maybe some pancakes or something one day. I spent $84.21 at Aldi's, and I spent $65.11 at Dillon's. So what is that? About $149 $1.32, somewhere in there. Let me tell you what I got. Of course, nothing's on sale at Aldi's, but usually it's less expensive at Aldi's if it's not on clearance. So I got 2 cans of green beans, 87 cents, and I think these are around $1 at Dillon's. $2.99 for this whipped dairy topping. $2.79 for this half and half. $1.29 for croutons. This lemon loaf was $3.89. This was one of my more expensive purchases because this was $10.49. I love these though. And since I'm having an Italian meal, I thought I would put these out as an appetizer for my guests. $1.49 for spinach. Now this is way, way cheaper than Dillon's. This was $2.49 at Aldi's, and I think it's $4.99 at Dillon's. That's why I usually buy this at Aldi's. $1.99 for the sweetened condensed milk. The hash browns were $3.39. The Texas toast was $2.29. And this Italian loaf was $3.99. Since I'm getting some garden tomatoes, I thought I might try to make a bruschetta to go with the Italian meal. And with that lasagna, I'm going to serve some broccoli. So I got 2 packages of broccoli for $1.15 each. Cool Whip, 99 cents. I think this is $1.19 at Dillon's. The carrots were $1.19. These little tomatoes were $2.29. Cream cheese. I always stock up on cream cheese at Aldi's. It's $1.75 or $3.50 for 2. Got 2 of those. This milk was $1.86. This bunch of bananas was $1.22. And this is about $1.25 less than Dillon's. $3.79 for butter. And then 95 cents for an English cucumber. I think these are $1.50 at Dillon's. These were less expensive than Dillon's. Dillon's had them on sale for $2.99. This was $1.89 at Aldi's. And $2.79 for this big thing of blueberries. $2.99 for black pepper. I probably could have got that a lot cheaper at Walmart. $2.19 for this Parmesan cheese. That's way less than Dillon's. $3.99 for this bacon. That's what I paid the last time I bought it at Dillon's. Then this bag of grapes was $2.89. This is a lot less expensive than Dillon's. This was $1.55. And you know, this kills me. I don't buy paper towels, hardly ever, but since we're having company, I decided to go ahead and get a couple of rolls because I use the reusable paper towels, but that seems to freak people out. They just don't know what to do. Like, what is this? So I'll probably put these paper towels out while company is here. And then this little cheesecake was only $5.19. I'm not even sure I could make it for that. And if I put a little whipped topping and maybe a few walnuts on top, man, that's going to be good. So I think we've got plenty to get me through this week. We're going to have that big Italian meal. We're going out to eat one night. One of my kids is having us over for dinner this week. And I just have plenty to draw on from what I got at Dillon's this morning. Even though I'm all in at about $150, I did not go shopping last week. So this is really kind of a 2-week shopping trip, plus I have company. So I bought some stuff I don't normally buy. But going forward, I'm going to try really hard to keep it at $100 a week. I spent $67 at Goodwill today, and that sounds like a lot until you see what I got. I got a whole bunch of these gold label shirts for John Wayne. He only likes the button-down collar kind, and I don't think any of these have even been worn. And since it's Tuesday, senior discount day, I got 15% off, so that made these about $4.79. And I looked up to see what these shirts cost brand new. At Dillard's, they're like $79.50 per shirt. So I spent less this whole trip at Goodwill than one shirt would cost brand new at Dillard's. So that's a lot of shirts. I think there were 8 of them. 8 for $4.79 each. Had this brand new unopened shampoo for $3.99 minus the 15%. And I just pick up bargains where I find them. These little pumpkins, they were, I think they were $1.99 each. Not very much. They're $2.02. Then I got a pair of pants. Yellow was the half off price today. So I got myself a pair of pants for half off $7.49. These are Eddie Bauer. And this CJ Mink shirt, which I really like. So that would have made it about $2.75 or so. And then this little shirt. It was full price, $5.49, but I like it. This is probably my favorite thing I bought today. I paid $6.79 for it. It's like a little kid's glider rocker. And I think I'm going to put it in the back bedroom and make like a grandkid reading nook. Now, while my sister-in-law and her husband were here, we took a little trip up to Jamesport, Missouri. It's, I believe, Amish, a lot of Amish in that area, so there's a lot of country stores with homemade goods. And you can buy bulk items. Sometimes they're less expensive than the grocery stores, sometimes not. I do think the quality is better though. And so we went to a couple of stores there. We went out to lunch there. We had a really good time. So I'm going to show you a few scenes from Jamesport, Missouri. This is Jamesport, Missouri. And this is an excellent restaurant.
They've already got pumpkins coming in. Oh, yeah. On the bogies. So they'll have stuff in those all, and he couldn't get them all in. He's making another trip.
Yeah. Hi, little babies.
You want to pet the dog? You want to pet
Hi,
it?
babies. You are so sweet. You're so sweet. You're so...
How much does 5 pounds of sugar cost?
I mean, at Sam's, I don't know. I mean, that would be your biggest competitor on that.
This is 82 cents a pound.
No, sugar's way more than that in a grocery store. And I did not know you could buy these little marshmallows. Look at all these different spices. That smells so good. Missouri Sunset. And this is where we just were. One of the Amish stores here in Jamesport. This is called the H&M Country Store. I just wanted to show you all the horses. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Look at all those horses. You know, Missouri is really a gorgeous state. I'm going to show you what I got in Jamesport. I got this caramel pecan apple butter, and as you can see, it's made right there in Jamesport. And John Wayne has already opened it up and given his approval. He also picked out this apple cinnamon jelly, and the apple cinnamon jelly was $3.85. I guess I should have said the apple butter was $5.89. I picked out some honey ginger green tea, and I've tried it. It's delicious. It was $6.33. And I also got this apple dumpling black tea for $6.20, which I have not tried yet. But you know, I love my teas. And I have a huge collection, not a huge collection. I have several bottles of essential oils. I really like them. This is ginger oil, and it happened to be one that I did not have yet. And so I picked it up for $11.55. I don't claim to be an expert on essential oils. I know very little. But one thing I do know is that most of them have to be diluted. You can't put them directly on your skin. The ones you can put directly on your skin, I think, are lavender oil and tea tree oil. And everybody's different. Just because I don't have a reaction doesn't mean you won't. You have to do your own research. But anyway, I got this ginger oil, and I already have this vitamin E oil, so I'm going to dilute my ginger oil into the vitamin E oil and try to make maybe a little arthritis rub for John Wayne. We'll see if it works. I don't know. I also got this little bottle. It's a roller bottle, so you can make your concoctions, and then you can just roll it on your skin. And $1.40 seemed really cheap to me, so I thought I'd try one. And I also got this big bag of coconut. It was $6.07, $2.99 a pound. And I don't think that's cheaper than what you buy at the store, but it's so soft and moist and smelled so good, I couldn't resist it. And I got this white chocolate cheesecake pudding mix and a banana cream pudding mix. These are instant pudding mixes that you just put 3/4 cup of pudding mix and 2 cups of cold water. I don't know that that's necessarily less expensive than the Jello brand pudding mixes I buy sometimes, but I just liked buying it in bulk. And so that's what I got. So my sister-in-law and John Wayne and my brother-in-law, we all went up to Jamesport, and we met his brother up there. He had been to a produce auction, have a big produce auction there, and he had bought these mums. What do you guess for? $4. $4. So it's kind of a wholesale auction, I suppose, of produce. And anyway, my brother-in-law bought me 4 of them. Just really sweet of him, or sister-in-law, I'm not sure which. And I've put him to use here on the front porch. Now, I'm not good at arranging things. My daughters are really good at stuff like that, so maybe they'll rearrange it. But for right now, Gracie has some company. John Wayne has this big pile to move to the back. And then I think we're going to be about done with this horrible cleanup job. He's burning the brush right now, which is kind of worrying. Worry about it catching one of the other trees on fire. And since I'm all about cheap and free, I managed to finagle a free makeover. See what you think. Okay, let's see what all you got in there. Oh, you got jewelry, makeup.
Hey Google.
Ooh. How'd you do that?
She's connected. So first I'll start off with the eyebrows.
With my eyebrows? Okay. Have you got any potions to take out the wrinkles?
Let's see.
Don't have anything?
Nope. But,
Well, I think you've taken some. You've made me look quite a bit better. I mean, I'm not expecting a miracle.
just
One more thing.
once I do your hair, you'll look.
Yeah, my hair is a mess. That will make me look better. Ooh. I haven't had a side ponytail in a while.
It's not gonna be a side one.
Oh, it's not? What's it gonna be?
Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna do
Wow.
So now just take a bit out.
Oh, you got my eyes all made up.
There you go.
Wow. From 60 to 15. Amazing.
Just don't tell them that.
Okay. I won't tell them. Well, friends, I'm going to end this video with just a little story to delight or horrify you. I don't know which. When I was about 16, I got a job as a bank teller. Now, why a bank would put a 16-year-old in charge of about $10,000 is beyond me, but they did, and I never had any problems. But as a bank teller, you kind of get your regular customers, and there was an older gentleman, always very nicely dressed, who always came to my window, and he was always super polite, very respectful. And he deposited a lot of cash. And so in all the tellers' minds, he was in organized crime. I don't know if he was or not, but we thought he was. And this story kind of lends itself to maybe he was. Because about then, Missouri had started their state lottery. It was brand new. And so just a small talk as I'm counting his money, I'm like, hey, have you bought your lottery ticket yet? And he looks at me and he's like, crazy cheap chick. I don't ever want to hear that you bought a lottery ticket. It's a sucker bet. That's a sucker bet. Don't ever buy a lottery ticket. And that always stuck with me that here's someone who probably knew that the odds on a lottery ticket were probably not very good. No skill involved, just all chance. And so I never did buy a lottery ticket. And I was at the grocery store this week and I saw people in line to a machine. So I don't know if it's real high right now or what, but they were all lined up, all queued up to buy lottery tickets. And I remember that story came to my mind and I thought, what a waste of money, because you know most people probably never even break even. And that story came to my mind. It's a sucker bet. It's a sucker bet. So when you're trying to save money or you're trying to get yourself established, don't look to gambling as the way. Especially lottery tickets, because as my old friend said, it's a sucker bet. Don't do it. This is Crazy Cheap Chick. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button? I would really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon.